so noisy in this car. What's the sound? Okay, I'll live. Should have brought my earbuds. Good, I do have that for me. Hello, Harry, how's it going? How you doing? Hello, Monkey King Medals. Hey, Pinky, how's it going? Oh, my goofy butt. I guess I'll have to put a link in. That's where I stop the car again, so it won't be too long. Um, Hi, Ghost. How you doing? Hello. I can do it now. Hello. Hey, Mills. Merry Christmas. It's been a while since I've seen you. Andrew Cooper. Hi. How you doing? So, yeah, I've done pretty good. I've managed to almost back over two. Well, just one. One actually got out of the driveway. One Jehovah's Witness, and then realized I didn't have my phone on auto rotate and had to stop once for that and start the Hi Jeff Crumpler. I hope you're doing well too. Good to see you. Uh yeah, I'm actually going to pick up Ollie's arthritis medicine, the old Corgis. And yeah, the animal listening society is right next door, so I figured I will drop off some food that was trying and some supplements and stuff. Oh, my mom's porch looks cute. Isn't that nice? She's gonna wig. Oh my gosh, this is my driveway. Alright. Rather be pissed off I didn't stop and then say hi. I don't know if you, well, yeah, you can't see your porch. I put my, yeah, a little too close behind. A little bit more. Okay. Let me see if I can find this link, because I haven't done this on the phone in a while. Huh. Dang, how do I do that? Son of a biscuit. Oopsie. Okay. Now, there it is. All right, I fixed it. Hey, John, don't worry about it. I just figured it out. That's all. I'm back. Bye, Mom. Anyway, yeah. No, I forgot to copy the link before we got in here because, like I said, it's been a while, and I'm not used to streaming, like, me mainly off of it. Alistair, hello. How you been? Oh, yeah, somebody in business. There we go. Oh, yeah. Okay, add.
Hey, sis.
Hey, what's up?
Oh,
No,
not
Terry.
much.
Terry was back there. I don't know if he still is.
How are things going for you?
I got a Camry, big silver bullion, and hello to you, Camry. What are you up to? Okay, now I lost Zach.
Not much. Just got off work a little bit ago and went to spend time with the boys.
Right on. Yeah, they've been up to too terrible much. Like, yeah. And you know, LD, what's up, bugger? Oh man, see, they moved the road. I'm not joking. They moved the road like up here. So I was like slowing down. Oh, it's Aunt. Thank you for telling me that, Aunt Orta. I always forget because I don't see you that often. But normally I'm a nighttime person, so that's usually because I'm not running around doing crap like this. Okay, I
Yeah.
don't know what my more is down here. Oh, private chat. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna read that right now.
Yeah, I just been taking it easy. Been mostly doing diamond paintings now. I don't really do much wood burnings.
I suck at this game. Okay, there's Zach. Are you up here? What the hell? Hold on, at the stage. There you go. I think. Are you up there?
Hi,
Okay. Woo! Hello.
How you doing, Terry?
Ooh, let me turn that down.
I'm doing good. How about you?
Good now. I'm figuring it out.
I'm all right.
Oh, hello.
Please don't get in an accident, woman. We do not want to be.
Straight line.
We're not.
I'm like
Oh,
on
I
nothing
know.
but a highway. Straight line, cornfield, nothing.
Yeah. I know those roads back there. They're all straight lines, and
Mm-hmm. I mean, I did have to make a left-hand turn, but yeah. Hey, Mayberry, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, we typically are pictures of the night.
Well, think of it this way: she gets in a wreck, we're in a wreck with her.
right?
What?
We're not accomplices.
What? Man, I should drop my earbuds.
We're just the guinea pigs.
Yeah. Hey, if you get in an accident, we go along with you. But we're not
know.
accomplices to the accident.
Wouldn't that be crazy? You're like, we
Now,
saw the
people
whole
wonder
thing.
why I have to explain this.
The deer ran out in front of her. But yeah, John's right. No more hitting deer. This is good. All the fields cut down, so you can actually see them coming from about 3 miles away.
Right. That's like the only time. And you know what? Actually, that's even the worst time because then they like, oh, I'm going for a full run. Let's see if we can hit a car.
Yeah, I'm good there.
My family, when I lived back in Indiana, my dad called me deer killer. I didn't hunt.
What part of Indiana were you from?
Harrison County.
Tell me I did it again.
I'm all the way
Good,
down
you're still here with us.
Okay.
I'm all the way down here by Terre Haute and Evansville.
You can
Yeah.
see it, but there's my big
Nice
old
town.
junior
Yeah.
college I went to.
I live down here in Vincennes.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah, it's not that far. It's like not even like maybe a 45-minute drive from where I was at. I was in Depaul.
I ain't that far from Hoover if she hasn't moved.
You know what the message here was? Kids in college, you're going to the correctional center.
You're breaking up, girly.
Uh-oh.
I
wonder why.
did not hear one thing she said.
Yeah,
I said
we
I
got
think
robot
the
from you.
message was, oh.
But you're good now.
Okay, I was going to say, the message back there was if you don't go to college, you're going to the prison next door.
Damn. How the boys doing, Terry?
Good.
Oh my God, they're getting big.
Oh, his boys.
I
Real boys.
bet. I'm flies, man.
Jenkins stands up to my shoulders now. Ryder's just about there. Jenkins in junior high. And Jenkins in 6th grade. Ryder's in 5th.
Gosh.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And I had
How's
to get
your mom
surgery.
doing?
She's still a pain in the butt.
Well, you know, she's always going to be that way.
It's okay, buddy. If you're going to the mailbox or not, because I'm coming up in here.
I had to get surgery done a couple weeks ago.
On what, bro?
Carpal tunnel.
That's no joke.
They had to go in and literally cut the muscles in half.
Oh, got somebody else down there. Ghost is down there.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you got some good.
Then they had to cut back there in the elbow.
Oh, yeah.
Hello. There's 5 cameras on the back. I got to go in and grab some medication for Oliver. I will be right back.
But yeah, they said that it was just had to be a small little incision done on my elbow, but they literally had to go in and fully cut the muscle right in half inside the elbow.
Damn.
Because the funny bone, where the funny bone is and the muscle is,
Yeah.
He said something about the funny bone was tearing into the muscle, making it where I couldn't get the full movement into it.
There's not much gap in between our two muscles, our bones in that muscle. You know, depending on how wide your forearm is, you can imagine that gap is probably no more than 2 inches if you've got a big arm.
Well, he said my muscles in from my elbow to my wrist were so tight that if I wouldn't have the surgery done now, within the next couple of years, it would literally rip in half on its own.
I
That's how
wouldn't doubt
tight they
that.
were.
Dang.
Well,
So,
at least you got it done, though.
now I just sit back and tell myself, not I should have listened to my grandma. Just stupid shit when you're a kid, you're gonna end up regretting when you get older.
Yeah. Grandmas do that. They give wisdom quite well.
Yes, they do.
And like I say, being 41 years old, I should have listened when I was a kid.
Never listen. We always think we know better.
Hey, if we were kids, we say we knew better. We didn't know better.
We didn't know shit.
I was talking to my old lady the other day, and I told her, I was like, you know what's bad? These kids nowadays, they have everything so easy. If they grew up the way we
Mhm.
with those freaking merry-go-rounds that went about 200 miles an hour in a circle, they wouldn't have survived.
Uh-uh.
Especially going down those metal slides where you get second to three degree burns.
Yep. Hey, the metal slides, the jungle gyms, everything's metal. There wasn't no plastic.
And there was no sand or whatever laying at the
You
bottom of that crap.
you got hard dirt.
It was all concrete.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was either concrete or wood
concrete
chip.
or a hard, or hard dirt.
Yep. I remember when I was younger, I remember swinging off the swing set and I jumped off of one of those and landed flat on my face. This girl was like, oh my God, oh my God. She went to get the counselor, but I stood up, straight up, wiped the dirt off me and just kept on going.
And you know what's bad about this whole thing? The kids nowadays, especially in school, they cannot play dodgeball.
Oh man, that was my sport in high school and middle school.
Oh yeah.
With the rubber balls going that 30 miles per hour at your face.
Let's see
And
who's
those balls were not soft.
No, they were not.
Hey, we used soccer balls when we played.
Hell yeah.
Now I remember the red rubber balls that had the little tiny grips on it, so you can actually grip it with your hand. And you try to throw it as hard as you possibly could, and you were headshotting everybody.
Right.
Hello, Cassie. Welcome.
Hey, Cassie.
Hey,
Yeah,
Cassie.
I was glad I was in an all boys military school because if I was in middle school with those rubber balls, a lot of people would have gotten cried and boohooed, and the parents would have been like, "My kid did, you heard my kid did."
Oh,
Nope.
And what was bad about it, one thing I remember real well, my principal had this really long paddle that had these size of $50 holes drilled in them.
Mm-hmm.
And when he swung that thing, it sounded like a freight train coming down a track at 100 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
bam.
Yep.
There was no dodging that one.
Nope.
Hi, Cassie. Nice to meet you. Make your acquaintance.
My band teacher, he would just throw a drumstick at us.
What's up, Ren?
We got no.
Driveway, because I was looking at the wrong sign.
I had a teacher when Rob was in school. If you wouldn't listen and do your homework,
Oops.
or anything. She had this really hard ruler that she would carry with her.
Mm-hmm.
If you weren't listening, she would smack that across your desk, and if your hand was in the way, your hand was getting it.
Yep. I just got the PT. I just got PT the fuck out of PT the fuck out of in military school. If we did anything, oh, you guys don't do your homework. We're going outside and doing. We're going to PT the fuck out of y'all. Oh, you brought cigarettes to school. PT, dip, PT, anything.
Kids nowadays, they got it easy.
Yeah.
Us Gen Xers didn't.
Right. Kids nowadays won't know the privilege of drinking out of the hose or going outside and riding bikes till nighttime.
Or getting locked out the door, or getting put outside and locked out.
Right.
And if you didn't come home by the time the street lights came on, you were in trouble.
Oh yeah, you get a whooping.
Mm-hmm.
I told you you need to come home by the time those street lights come on.
And the other thing is, if you weren't home by the time it was time to eat, you're not eating.
Nope.
Yep.
You're not eating at all. Or if you get
What hurts me the most, the other day I was at a gas station. This one guy that served in the military, he was a Vietnam vet, and I noticed him, and I said, "Thank you for serving." And this one little kid, probably maybe between the age of 6 to 8, looked at his dad and said, "Why did he say that for?" And his dad's like, "Oh, we don't say that to people anymore."
Yeah.
My heart dropped. I was like, "Oh my God."
Right. And I remember being in my cadet uniform, going to several different places. One was the Falcons game in their old stadium, and I went there in full uniform. Everybody, thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. Oh, do you want me to? You need a seat upgrade or something? I'm like, nope. I'm good with my family. They let me come up. They let me come on the field one time. I was like, oh shit, this is actually cool.
There was one time I went to McDonald's, got something to eat, and I went inside, put my order in. This one veteran was in there. He served in World War II, and
all the doggies just want to take him home.
He placed his order next to mine, and I heard what his order was, and
Sam.
He said, "I'll be right back. I have to run out to my car to get his wallet."
You got it.
It was like $20, like a $20 order. I turned around and paid for it without him knowing.
Yeah, I did the same thing too.
And he tried
Which
to pay
one
me
you want, Uvi?
Oh, look at them.
Are you trying to take more dogs home or what?
God dang it. I am a sucker for dogs.
You already got your hands full with Demon Boy.
Yeah, I know. Oh. Ooh, that looks like a brindle. Okay, drive away.
Drive away, woman. Blinders on, girl. Tunnel vision, girl. Tunnel vision.
I
Focus.
know.
Focus.
Put those horse blinders on.
There's some bigger dogs back there too. Anyway. Yeah.
Some days I do
Cassie, I
wish
don't
I'd get back to
have the times
military
on here,
school.
but thanks for popping in to say hey. Mountain of Accord, I've not seen you in forever. Hello. Ren, I don't know if you're still in here. I knew you said watch the road, and I guess I was because I missed you saying that. So. My bad.
My three demons are laying down.
What? Oh, I was.
I don't have one yet.
Let me grab one of them and I'll show you one of them.
Ooh. Oh, goodness. What you looking through, Zach?
I was looking at coins.
I could tell because when I grabbed the phone real quick, I was like, I see the loop.
This is one of my
That's
little
the
demons.
1970.
Wait, here's again. Oh, what the hell is that?
Bearded
That's a-
dragon.
Bearded dragon.
Nice.
Yep.
That's cool.
He's in one of his little
Rhonda.
moods right now. He's in one of his little pissy moods right now. He is shedding.
I used to drive me nuts when my snake would get ready to shed and have that film over his eyes. I was like, I felt her eyes. I was like, I just wanted to pull it off of there. Like, here, now you can see. But Scott's like, quit picking at stuff all the time.
Well, sometimes you have to.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you have to. If they can't shed themselves, then yeah, you gotta take like either try to pull it out with your fingers or some tweezers.
Hello, Mom.
See, same thing. She's on the
What's
phone.
up, Ron?
There's my mom right there.
Yeah. Oh, still baby.
My little chihuahua.
Ghost, what are you up to today?
Just chilling. I just left a place where I got to go back again tomorrow for a full interview.
Right on.
Yep.
All right.
Let's see. And I also picked up a new vape.
You and your little vape. You know how much I would lose one of those? Zach already knows. He'll be like, I gotta go find it. And I'm like, that's freaking big. I wish they'd make a little hole for like a
Well, we laugh.
Right.
Yeah, Mom, we're just taking a little road trip with Hoover, and hopefully she doesn't have an accident with us with her, because I don't want to be in a wreck today.
Yeah, it's actually like 55 out right now.
I heard on the radio today it's supposed to be 62 Saturday, 72 Sunday, and 72 Christmas Day.
Wow. I believe it though.
It ranges between the low 70s to the mid 60s.
That's nice.
Here
Yeah,
at the
we're-
I
beach,
know
though.
we're here. I mowed the yard on the 23rd, and then we had snow on the 24th. So that's the Midwest for you.
We got rain on there
Yeah.
on Christmas.
It says, you don't even know. Y'all were cracking me up the other night.
I'll be right back.
You should have seen my husband's face when I said, I don't get it. And you you messaged right after that. You were like, Suvi, you've got to be kidding me. I was like, I love when I do that. But I really didn't get it until I listened to it again, and I was like, oh, he's the booty hole. Okay. So,
The big oil. You have to eat my bunghole.
yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
Bangordo.
Oh, Dave, giving her all the way.
What's up, Dave?
Hands on the wheels.
Hey, Dave. Dave, don't send us snow. Don't send us snow. We don't want it.
No, no.
Yeah, Dave, keep all that business.
I don't have four-wheel drive. I don't have four-wheel drive in my car.
Yeah, I don't think this is either. I wouldn't imagine it would. Yeah, that's right, State Popo. You get in front of me, not behind me. Oh, no, that's county. Well, it's funny because this is like what I'm turning on right now is like the last outer 3 miles, maybe. Like, they never come over here. Must be bored.
It's the end of the month. They're trying to meet their quota.
True.
They're just waiting until this weekend so they can double their quota.
Oh, yeah. There goes my phone. See?
What?
Hold on. I'm trying to charge my phone.
Yeah.
I was at 22% when I jumped up on the panel.
Yeah, it sucked the battery out fast.
Well, I let it run last night, and it was at like 50% when I woke up. And then I was on YouTube watching a bunch of videos and whatnot. It dropped 30 more. But
Dude, I'm doing 67.
I got my little generator.
Way up there. Oh, Dave's
Well,
going to make me do Celsius and Fahrenheit math. Cold.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Hoover, I pretty much quit doing wood burnings.
I'm on.
Honk, honk.
Yeah.
I'll get horny. I'll get you horny.
That I told you about the bull was in it. I didn't know.
Man, I need to come back there and do some fucking metal detecting in that area.
There's a what?
I need to do some metal detecting in that area.
Oh, that's the house up there. That's where my dad found those 3 large cents, and then that one that was cut in half. I guess you'd say it's half. It looks like a little less than half, but he didn't even metal detect him. He was watching a snake go through the grass on the edge of the property and thought, well, it must be chasing a field mouse or something. And he said it went sliding right over those coins. They were just like sticking up out of the ground. I was like, that was crazy.
Grimday.
I know.
Grimday had done a video where he went metal detecting, and he said he ended up coming across the large set that ended up being on the surface, but it looked like it had been tilled. So
Yeah, they didn't have any like green junkies on them or anything. I mean, they're really dark, like chocolatey dark, but
no, this one was green. It'd been in the ground for a while.
yeah. Well, man, I'm in magnets, not magnetized. Whoa! Yeah, you get off my screen. There we go. Freaking.
Quit touching the phone.
I know. I can hear the. What do you call that? The freaking underguard of the car from where I have incoming. I got the LD.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing, stranger?
Pretty good. How about you?
Pretty good. I mean, besides the Triumph thing, but I think I already told you that.
The what thing?
Look, everybody's in their cars.
Yeah.
I'm not.
But this should be the car stream.
Right. I'm like, I might as well just keep on driving. Those are my old apartments where I used to live that they called our building the frat building because there was all the one bedrooms where they put all the noisy people. That's that.
No wonder why you live there.
Yeah. And I already knew like 4 people that lived there, so it's like, here you go. So you don't have to be kind of like this freaking neighbor. You just feel like, man, pipe down.
Or turn it up. That was a good song.
Yeah, well, I used to work at a bar that's like a couple blocks over that way, and the power went out. And Scott said, "Yeah, I had to sit in the hallway with Morgan and Erica, which is my best friend Ashley's sister and cousin." And he's like, Morgan came out in her panties, and he's like, "We're all smoking in the hallway." It's like, "Oh, you poor thing."
Sounds like a place where you just knock on the wall and say, who's buying the next round?
Well, heck, at our bar, you can just go through the drive-thru and get drinks like made. Like, we're funny that way. It was always cool when people from like Wisconsin or something, driving through town, and be like, "We don't even know really where we're at." Hey, Doctor Who, Pickle Rick, how you been? And yeah, and they're like, because they saw the car in front of them get shots, and like me do one with them, and they're like, "You can just drive up and order shots and drink them and then drive off." We're like, "Yeah." They're like, "We don't have this at home." I'm like,
That's almost as bad as it's almost as bad as driving past a sign that said cornhole games for sale. I'm looking at my dad going, "What kind of sick twisted shit are they playing here?"
Funny things that, well, same bar, same location, not same people own it, but yeah. So their bathrooms is so weird. Like they have garage doors all the way around so it could be indoor, outdoor, so everybody can smoke.
Yeah.
So bathrooms are in the main part of the building. I mean, it's really small, and there's only ever been one bathroom in there. So yeah, they need to expand it. So you have to go outside technically to get to the bathroom. Hey, just keep come that way, fool.
Well, sis, I'm going to hop off here so I can get back to my diamond paintings.
All right, Jay, good seeing you, bro.
I do diamond paintings. I do diamond paintings now. I don't do wood burnings as much as I used to.
So, LD, did you end up finding a different place, or?
Oh, what?
I'm back with my high school sweetheart.
I hadn't really talked to you since you were going to go look at that apartment, and then the dude tried to show you something that was totally not as advertised.
Oh yeah, that. Oh no, I found an apartment.
Oh, good deal.
Yeah, and I quit my job and I found a new one, and I'm going back to school for nursing.
Oh, okay. See, I did know about the nursing thing. You did tell me that. I forgot.
And I've been sober now 50 days.
Later, Terry.
Yeah, when you said something and then I hadn't answered you back, I was like, he's probably thinking, oh, okay.
What, I didn't send you any fucked up shit on Instagram recently?
Huh?
I always think I'm sending you videos on Instagram and shit that I find funny.
Oh yeah, everybody always sends me the corgi stuff, but I like once in a while I get something different. Like, yeah, nobody needs to send the ones that look like they're at the little horse racetrack. I've seen that one a zillion times, people. But
I seen it was a pet short on YouTube, but I seen
Terry.
it. Like,
Merry Christmas, boom hour. What are you doing?
and the first one was a dog that said hello. I was like, oh, Hoobie's gonna have this one.
I have got that one a few times, but it doesn't get old. So that one I don't get tired of, for sure.
Yeah, I'm driving to nursing school now. I'm going to night classes and working during the daytime.
Dang. I remember doing
Yeah,
that.
that's no joke.
Yeah. That's like, you don't have time to drink. You just want to sleep.
Yeah, dude. I've saved so much money on drinking. I started a shoe collection. I started buying a shitload of Jordans.
Oh, that is so.
You get rid of one addiction.
I am so glad you said that.
You get rid of one addiction to add to another one.
No, Scott said yesterday, I hate selling my stuff, and he's like, I mean, who do you know that has a shoe collection going? That's just the average working guy, like, that has some of them in there for the price of mine. I was like,
No, I went kind of crazy. I went like so I started a new job as a nursing aide while I'm going to nursing school to get my license. And I was like, well, I got to get shoes to match my scrubs. So I bought like 3 different sets of scrubs in like different colors. And like I'm like, well, I got to get Jordans to match. Like, so I bought like 3 pairs of Jordans. And then I'm like, well, fuck, I don't have any neutral colors. Now I got to go buy a white pair, a black pair, like.
I had blue scrubs. I don't even remember. I think I wore white, gray, hot pink ones. If I remember right. Yeah. I've slept since then. Hi, the bitty bitty. Okay, let me shut the door. I didn't go. Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah, I screwed up, didn't I?
All right, I'm here like half an hour early. I got time.
Hey, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You're not rushing everything.
You guys, just a second.
Who greeted you at the door, Hoobie?
What?
Who greeted you at the door?
Oh, Frank, of course. He's smelling me well because I went, into the vet, and then
Yeah, you another dog.
went to the Humane Society, and there was like 4 dogs running around in there.
Yeah, he's now like, who you whoring around with now?
Right. Oh, don't end the stream. I just need to.
That ain't my smell.
Right back in 2 seconds.
Or
All right. I just don't want to echo.
yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna go back to school.
I'll be right back.
How you doing, Ghostface? Or Ghost King? Wasn't your name Ghostface before? Oh, he muted.
Okay, I'm back.
And she's back.
Where did LD go?
Hello. He said he had to dip out for a second.
Okay. Alrighty then. Now I can type.
Yeah. So I was looking at coins earlier, Hoobie.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll pull one of them back out, the one that I was showing you earlier. So, can anybody guess what this one is?
Hold on, let me do that. 1972 half, so it must be a. Oh, wait, it's 70.
That's not. Yeah, it's a 70.
Okay. So let me guess. You got a DDO on it.
No,
No?
no. This is the harder one to get, Uzi, of the 70 of the 40%ers.
Oh, the whole mint set. Or proof set. I mean, mint.
The
Mint,
whole-
first thing I said.
Yeah, mint set. This is the key date of the 40%ers.
Yeah. No. No, yeah.
And then not one, but two 40% Kennedy bicentennial.
I have one of those. Why are you kissing my hand so much? Weirdo dog. All right, Ghost, we'll be here.
I'm hoping my bank card shows tomorrow,
Oh,
but I have a feeling it's not going to.
So you know how
go ahead.
you were having problems to say, and I said, "Oh yeah, Scott's going to pick up his temporary card because of that fraudulent charge on there."
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't been able to pay for anything anywhere because it's a temporary card. They, have to approve it. So he called me yesterday, like, just send. I don't even know what sense this made, but he's like, just transfer cash because I just took all the cash and put over it in my account. Like I try to just stick to, doing my junk on, and not like I'm not using it, like I said, I'm not using it online because I usually use that to do my Cash App and PayPal and blah blah blah. And
yeah, I can't use Cash App until I get a new card.
I don't use it very often. I mean, when I did
I use mom a little more than I used to, but I'm glad Zelle. And the cool thing about Lyft is they use Venmo.
You know what?
So
I wonder if you can put your. Oh, it doesn't matter because that guy had stolen your card anyway. I didn't even know that until.
So there's two ways you can actually link your these money transferring sites apps to, and it's either a card or your actual account. Now my Zelle is linked to my bank account, but Venmo is actually linked to the routing number and everything else, so it goes straight into. It'll go. It will pull out of of my bank account, just like I would if I were using Zelle.
Yeah. See, I was thinking like Google Pay. You would have.
Now Google Pay was on my card. Google Pay and Cash App were on my card.
Oh. So I'd been like.
I can't use either one of those. So. And I got a call from Hidden. I got a call from Hidden yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I was in a mood yesterday.
I heard.
And, I just leave it at that. But I just, yeah.
He was worried about you. And I said, I don't know what to do. And then that's when we were all talking in chat. So that's why I was like, hi, Zach. And you're like, hey. And I'm like, oh, yeah, he's not. Like, I'm glad you said something.
No, last night, I went to the bar last night. I, went to charge. I wasn't going to drink or anything. And the bartender offered to buy me a drink. And then one of the guys I played pool with, he bought me a couple. I wanted to just play pool. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to blow off the steam.
It's a party
Well,
pickle.
right.
You know what that means? Now it's really a party.
What's up, party pickle? But yeah,
You're fine.
go ahead.
No, I was just mumbling to myself, really.
But I'm just trying to roll with the punches. Talk to HR about this situation, and they're like, well, there's nothing we can do because there's no concrete evidence. Yeah, because you dumbasses don't have a fucking camera inside the break room.
See, that surprises me. If anything got stolen amongst people that work there, you'd think it'd be a break room. Isn't that like where you put your like jackets or people, putting their coats or something?
They've got lockers. But a lot of times I'm charging my stuff up, and so I leave my backpack with them inside the bag, so that I can continue to charge my shit.
Not the river, the ocean. No, Alistair, you didn't miss it. The gaw. It takes me 3 months to send them out anyway. I still got some of these gaw back here. I haven't mailed out, and I looked up who it was, and then I forgot again. So,
which Alex is here.
These things belong to. I'm sorry.
Is that our Scottish brother back in chat?
Is that the what?
I said, which Alex is in chat? Our Scottish brother?
No, it wasn't for him. I really don't remember who it was. That's the crazy part. I'm doing good, Lady Gemini. How are you? It's good to see you. Survey says, agreed. Whoa, that was weird. Whoa!
So I got a text message from my stepdad the other day. I looked at it, but I never responded to him.
I just got Christmas money from my mom.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that because, shit, she always says, I hate when people run your birthday and Christmas together because that's bullshit. But still.
My dad and a cousin of mine are one day apart. They're either I can't remember which one's which. But dad's is either the 22nd or the 23rd, and the cousin is either the 22nd or the 23rd. I think it's my cousin and then dad, but I could be wrong. But they're the 22nd and the 23rd.
Yes, I think I was telling you about the two girls that were sisters that I know. Their birthdays, I think March 23rd or something like that. March or April, I can't remember. But their birthday's the same day, but they're exactly 1 year apart.
Yeah.
And their dads are uncles or brother. Not uncles, their dads are brothers.
That's a messed up family reunion. Who's your dad? Him. Who's your dad? Him.
Yeah,
They're
well,
brothers.
the oldest one is with the. See, I don't know how this works because the youngest of the three kids, her son, looks just like their uncle. I don't know. It's all too confusing. I'm not going to speculate. You know what I mean? Welcome back. I see.
Thank you.
Now I can get on YouTube and actually in the link like a normal person. I'm not driving. And now self-driving cars were alive.
Yeah,
what am I going to do? That sucks.
Don't be a stupid wheel in a self-driving car.
Hey, Flank Steak.
Hey, Nikki.
What's up? Hello, Nikki. I'm home now. I can do it. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. I know earlier I was like, there's 5 cameras on the back of this thing. That's why I was just like, hello. Hope for the
I got
best.
3.
Well, I guess that's. I mean, the 2 little ones.
Yeah.
I not know. All I know is I don't scratch them. Why? Because. Oh my dirks and gurks. Can I just click on stuff and good things happen and blah, blah, blah?
Oh, you want something funny?
Always.
So yesterday I was at work, and it was like, okay, after we unloaded the truck, right when we started our shift, we got done with the truck, and they're like, okay, we're going to toys, right? He's like, I'm sending everybody over there. I was the only person in toys for 90% of the day.
Why?
I don't, because the toy, they're trying. So based off what I found out is that this store used to be one of the worst ones. Okay, when it came to like safety of customer and coworkers and so on and so forth. Right?
Yeah.
So I guess one of the higher ups decided to handpick different people from different stores in the region. All right.
Okay.
To fill in to try to get things straightened up. All right. Now, so they're trying to make things better, and so I'm in toys. I'm like 25 minutes away from going to lunch. Okay, maybe technically 10 minutes because this is the whole thing that the store is big on. Before your 5th out, okay, you're supposed to go to lunch. Okay, because California has a rule that says, you if you don't have go to your lunch by the 5th hour, the company can dock you. Then you can get fired for that. Oh, there it goes.
Bye,
yeah,
ghost.
and I'm like, hold on, watch this. So 35 at 8:35 in the morning, I get called up. I get called over the radio and said, "Hey, can you go to register 7?" Okay. I didn't they say anything. They didn't. No information. Just go to register 7. So I thought there was maybe some back to something. A customer didn't want a toy. They just want me to put it back on the shelf. That's my thought. No. They wanted me to run the register. I never was shown how to log into the register, didn't know if there was a till, didn't know how to, undo the tags for the video games or the shirt, the little clothing tags or anything.
Yeah, they just threw you up there and said, here you go.
Literally, throw me to the wolves. Here, get on the register and run. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, right. Like, somebody it's going to take longer, so you might as well just have somebody stand here with me. Oh my God.
So I'm sitting there and I'm apologizing to the customers that I'm trying to ring up, because they're like, it's okay. I said, I apologize for the first day on the register, and they're like, you're doing a great job, and so on and so on. And I'm supposed to, just like 15 minutes before I'm supposed to clock out to go on. So if I get fired, I'm telling you this right now, if I get fired because I went well after my 5th hour, I will be suing the company.
I would be too. I'd be like, I don't even. Reminds me of Clerks. Not even supposed to be here today.
No, I was actually, it was my shift, but I wasn't supposed to be. Normally, I'm inbound. I'm stocking and unloading a truck. That's it. I don't do anything else. So, I do it, and I had time to talk to people, and everybody was cool with me. One of the cashier ladies, I said, hey, do you know how to do this? How to undo this? And she literally, while she's got customers in front of her, snaps and tells me a nastier, like, I don't have time to go over there and help you out. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to figure out how to figure this out. Because I've not been trained on this. Now, granted, I know how to do a till by hand, but everything's now computerized. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right, you know, whatever. So the other cashier lady, you know, she was a lot more, you know, calm, cool, collected. You know, she, you know, was a little more, you know, willing to say, hey, you know, it's right here. This is what it is. Just stick it on there, you know, real quick and easy. It wasn't like I was asking, you know, brain surgery, you know. So I didn't clock out to go to lunch until 9:25. 25 minutes into the 5th hour. So
That's nuts.
what up, Hector?
Hello, Hector. No, I was waiting on you to take a breath.
Yeah, I'm a lot of hot wind, woman.
Oh, well, you were in the middle of stories, and everybody was like, hey, what's up?
I'm a good storyteller, and I can tell it for a long time.
I do not doubt you, sir.
Hey, let me ask you this. What's your favorite 80s movie, childhood movie?
Gremlins.
One that you, huh?
Gremlins.
Never ending story.
Or the Goonies.
Goonies is in second place for me, but for me it was never ending. Goonies never say die.
Yeah. Gotta get the rich stuff. Yeah, Ren, there is too many to mention, but it's like childhood ones or ones like went back and watched later. Ren, why don't you get up here, bud?
How you doing, Rand? But okay, but see, the thing is that each one of us has a different one. You know,
Yeah.
like you listed off, you know, Gremlins. Yeah, that was a great one. You know, Never Ending Story, Princess Bride, The Chronicles of Narnia.
That was from the 80s?
Not the new versions that they did, not the real live action ones that they did CGI. The cartoon
Excuse
version.
me.
Or the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit.
Yeah, I didn't know there was an earlier one. I mean, I would assume there was because it's still popular, but
I got another one. The Secret of Nim.
yes. Oh my gosh. When the freaking video store was like where the Napa Auto Parts used to be, and I don't even know what the heck's there now. Anyway, yeah. I was be like, that's like when you could rent the big old VCR, you know, like in the big carrying case. I was like, I want Secret of Nim. And I can't remember a thing about that movie now. Ren,
What?
I love you. You're such a freaking tattletale.
What I missed.
That's great.
Yeah, I know.
No, I know people were asking where he was at the other day because we'd seen him a few weeks ago. Hello, Hector.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays, everybody.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
What's up, bro?
Welcome
Is
aboard.
it safe for me to come in?
I hope so. Oh my gosh, it looks so far so good on the home front. Like all of
We're talking about coins and old 80s movies. So
Yeah.
no politics.
Oh, okay. Somehow I invoke. I don't know. I seem to attract confrontation for some reason. Maybe it's the picture I got on there.
I was just like, I like the purple.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm like, can I put a positive spin on this? Because it's like, I don't even know. Oh, Nikki. Man, yeah, I really hope that's not true about J Rock. If that sucks so bad.
I think we got all our shopping done, all our cooking done, our baking done. I got a couple presents. Got my cards done. I really miss getting cards from everybody. Not to invoke you guys to send any. It's just that I sent out 37 Christmas cards, and I got 5 back.
You want to hear how many? Oh, you want to hear somebody talk about Christmas cards, the oldies and goodies. He would send out over 100 easily, and he would put, even like an Indian head penny or something like in one for everybody.
Hey, that's a good idea. I forgot about that.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of work. That is a lot of work.
The reason I do it, I had my dad's sister. She was a 90-year-old Carolina sister, a nun in a Catholic order, and she would send us birthday cards, letters, Christmas, New Year's, birthday announcements, for like my grandkids, and just letters sometimes, just saying shooting the crap, like she used to say. Yeah. And I kind of missed that from the old style, because really nobody really writes anymore. They all send emails, and that seems a little impersonal. And one of the people I addressed one of my Christmas cards to, he calls me up the next day after received it, and he tells me, "Oh, you don't have to do that." And I say, "Why?" He said, "Well, it's too much trouble." What? Write my name at the bottom, put an address in the front, and a stamp? No. Not if I did 1,000 of them. Okay, then that's a lot of work.
That's like, people really just don't do cards anymore.
I know, and the thing is, it's a lost tradition. Let's put it that way. But it's like lights go up, fine. Christmas presents buying, fine. Wrapping, fine. Cooking, fine. But it just seems like it's just a personal touch. Your handwriting on it on a card, and I think I'm gonna keep it up.
Oh, you guys just reminded me. I have a card that is shaped like a pickle.
Really?
Yeah. Because you said decorate, it made me think, between that and cards, the Christmas pickle. Y'all don't know about the pickle?
And I bought a box of 36 on Amazon, and it was 22 cents a card. I bought one from one of my cousins, and I didn't realize it, and I didn't look at the back, and it was a $7 Christmas card.
Yeah.
Oops.
That's some nice ones. Like Grandma get you for your birthday and have glitter on them and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I doubt you were getting glitter cards there.
Well, some people are crazy. Like my sister-in-law, my oldest brother-in-law, his wife and her family get together on Christmas morning and make tamales until they run out of masa. That is crazy. I've always thought that was like too much work on the night before.
Yeah.
And then they cook them, and that same night, a lot of work.
Yeah, we used to get up on Christmas Day, and mainly because my Uncle Doug would call even before I'd be awake. It'd be like 7:30 in the morning or something. And he used to call, "You guys coming over?" Like next door, like to my grandma's, even though we lived like a whole 5 blocks away or something. He's like,
"Yeah,
cinnamon rolls are getting ready to get put in the oven," which meant my cousin Michael would smash them because he was like, 6 years older than me. So, and he, had a hollow leg, So, but my grandma would make, all the stuff for breakfast, scrambled eggs and toast and pancakes and waffles and.
Hey, Nixie, how you doing?
cinnamon rolls and
Oh shoot!
sausage.
If you ever have tamales with coffee in the morning,
No.
awesome. Coffee in the morning with tamales. This year we only made red pork. Next year we're gonna do green chili with pork.
Ooh.
Hector,
What?
for next year, I want on the list for batch.
Come and help.
I'm not doing. You don't think I won't?
No, I don't. No, I don't doubt it at all. I mean, geez, I have a couple of friends always tell me, and they're not Mexican, but they always buy theirs from the store, or somebody gives them, from their family treat or family get together, and he, takes a half dozen home, and he tasted the way Linda makes them and the way my family makes them. This is years ago, and my mama's still making them, or barely making them. And he would just take, hey, can I have 6 more? Just last me at least a whole month. I said, why a whole month? I said, I usually have them for Saturday, 2 on a Saturday, and maybe Friday night I'll have one. And then he goes, and he always took the biggest and the fattest ones because they knew that they were the ones that had mostly masa and less meat, because we try to put the same amount of meat because we need to stretch out for the whole 50 pounds that we made this year, like we normally do. And man, he would I said, hey, you want to contribute some money? The pork is $8.99 a pound. If you want to buy a pound, contribute $10. It will supply the masa, which is not expensive. For a 10-pound bag, it's $22. It used to be $7 or $8.
Yeah.
Now it must be like 20.
My buddy's girlfriend was Hispanic, and her mom and her aunt would make just a huge batches, and then I would take like 30 of them home because there was so many left.
Yay! Someone knows about the Christmas pickle.
I have no idea about the Christmas pickle.
Yeah, that's why I put it on the screen because I was like, okay.
Yeah, I'm on my phone. I can hardly read that.
Oh.
Is that a web page or something?
I just put it into Google and then found it on Wikipedia, but I mean
Oh, okay. I'll look it up later.
Before.
So a Christmas pickle, huh?
Yeah. If you found the Christmas pickle on the tree in the morning, or whatever time then Santa gave you an extra gift. Freaking Christmas pickle. I didn't even learn about that till like a few years ago.
Hector.
What was that? I heard my name, but I couldn't hear anything else.
I said that's an East Coast thing.
Oh, I don't want nobody.
I thought it was a German thing.
German girl, and I never heard of it.
I'm not crazy about pickles. When they have them on my hamburger, it just gives it a different taste, and I just don't care for it.
I just think pickles are funny. In general.
It's the cucumber.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Cucumbers give me heartburn. Oh my god! Like later, I'll burn, and it's just like.
That's why I like the bread and butter version. Not as acidic.
Ken, all you're making me think of is Kyle.
Why Kyle?
I don't know, because I'm like, where else does Ken hang out at? And the D is getting me confused. And I don't know if Nikki was answering him or me.
Wow, what a combination. Italian and Slovakian. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to see something? Where did I see it at?
Sure.
I was at a school, and one of the girls has two. Has father and stepfather. Her father is Italian, and mom's Mexican. And then the second father, her half sister, is Japanese and Mexican. And I look at her and she was talking and speaking Spanish, and I'm going, "Wow, how'd you learn to speak Spanish?" And she goes, "Your neighbors or oh, my grandma." I said, "Oh, okay." And then I asked her, "Do you speak Japanese?" And boy, she just rattled it out like it was second language nature. Pretty cool.
That would be cool. Pat, buddy, Tyler, hello. Don't make me repent. Yeah, somebody the other night said, "Oh, Hoovy, why don't you go live?" I said, "Sure." And then that's when I said, "I can't deal with this shit." And so then I go back and Tyler's still streaming.
I'll tell you what, Hoovy.
He said, "Start up again." And I said, "No, I will not."
Hoovy, if you go back to live streaming and you see my name with an asterisk, you know I was there and I'm gone because of the topics. I don't want to add. I do want to add gasoline to the fire, but I thought I'd be nice and just not listen to it.
Right.
Because there's some crazy things they were saying. But because this is holidays, everybody, I wish everybody a happy holiday.
Hello, Pat. Get your tall butt up here. Don't tell me you're too busy. Haven't seen you in forever. Yes, Ken, you got me with these nuts. And Zach says she's always confused, so I don't get it.
Who ain't confused these days?
Who's not confused? I'm pretty clear-headed in my mind.
Well, the thing going on in our little Facebook chat when Trolls was talking about.
Yeah, I saw that conversation. I saw one was
right there.
Yeah, I read it all,
Right
and I said,
there.
"No, I'm not gonna put my 2 cents in."
That's hilarious. I like when Sheree Ward popped up later and said, "Are the flying bungholes done yet?"
Oh Lord!
I was like, "That's great." I really didn't get it at first. We talk silly.
Yeah, well, it's how we are. And I love how we are.
Yeah, that's what you said. I'm like, well, I mean, I already knew that, but I just out of nowhere.
My favorite one was the. Go ahead, Hector.
No, I was gonna say Troll just sent a message.
Yeah, he once dickered with Dave's sandwich
Wow.
that he took that picture of earlier.
I loved how our group chat does the voice messaging. And
yeah, that was crazy.
Dude, remember last year when we were doing it? It was almost like 2 full days where we just nothing but voice chats.
Yeah, so then I actually had to listen to all of them because I was like, well, that'll teach some people that just want to skim through it. EP, but anyway. Or don't read it for 3 days and go, oh my God, which I mean, I know. Oh, Tyler, I drove to my vet to go pick up Ollie's arthritis medicine and then to the Humane Society to drop off some stuff. Like dog food that's not for the little guys and supplement stuff that Triumph had. And she's like, you want a receipt? And I was like thinking, wasn't even expecting that, but okay. But I was just like, there can't be more than $30 worth of stuff there. So, but tax write-off, So I was like, I'm not turning the tax write down. You know?
Yeah, now you need more than $500 to get a tax write-off.
Yeah. It's kind of last minute on that one, so I don't think it's going to do me any good for this.
Well, you could always amend it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to have to amend mine from last year anyway. Because somebody didn't take my coin expense stuff. And I'm like, dude.
You know, I got this last few months I've been turned off by trying to get coins and talk about coins. Because the subject always seems to go a different direction. So, you know,
Yeah.
and I should be distributing myself, because now that I have time between work and the ranch and here, I'm usually home in the mornings.
You know what? John had said that he was afraid he was going to have to end up switching shifts at work. And he's like, maybe we'll be having a morning, you know, like the Friday nights we do the private streaming steak. Maybe we end up with a morning one. And I was like, then he said, no, my mom said I could come over for breakfast and have mimosas. And I was like, yeah, I was like, go get good breakfast and have mimosas. I was like, that's cool. I was like, I'm not going to get up and start day drinking with you. Are you kidding me?
Well, don't forget, you guys are hours ahead of me. So whatever time you guys start, it's always 2 to 3 hours earlier for me.
Yeah, because you still had plenty of daylight. Like in the summertime, I knew like if it was before 8 o'clock, you were busy. For sure.
Yeah.
Later than that usually, but you at least pop in and say hi.
Me being up at 4 in the morning, going to work, being at work, you know, kind of. Everybody's late night streams I can't watch because I'm usually asleep.
Hey, John, how you doing?
Well, 9 times out of 10 anymore, I'm usually on the drinking channels or listening to music, you know, all that good stuff. So
Yeah, I've only been drinking one time on streaming, and that didn't turn out too well for me. I was too happy.
only once?
Yep. That I can remember.
Are you okay? I know there's one night that you and Linda went to out to eat somewhere, and she was driving, and you had, I think, a couple margaritas, and you were giggly.
Yeah, beer I can handle.
You were mad. You were giggly. It was funny because we were like, "No, Hector, stay on here."
Yeah, that was a rarity.
Yeah, that's why I remember it.
Yeah, even my sister-in-law always tells me, and when we go somewhere or do something with the family, if anybody needs to be driving, where's Hector? Where's Hector? And I said, right here. Can you give him a ride? I know you haven't been drinking. I said, okay. So I drive. I'm going to use a designated driver.
Yeah. I mean, I know there's like a handful of times you might have like, yeah, I'm having a beer like while you guys were cooking or something.
Oh, that reminds me, I had my physical in October.
Mm-hmm.
And the physician asked me questions like, how many drinks do you have a week? What is your meals like on a daily basis? And I gave him the answer. And he says, do you smoke? I go, no. And then he goes, do you smoke the wacky macky? I go, what the heck is a macky wacky or whatever he said? I said, marijuana. I said, oh, no.
I've never heard the descriptor Mackie before.
Okay, don't forget my age and what we say those days.
Wacky tobacco. I know. Well, my mom used to say this thing about, oh my God, like when I was little, she's like, they're just smoking dope and skipping rope. And I'm like, that makes no sense.
No, it is. In other words, it uninhibits you to do things that you normally don't do.
Well, I just figured people would be too chilled out. They wouldn't want to jump a rope. You know?
Well, you got to remember the times back then. Even the hardcore guys were still, still believe in Christmas and the elf and the Easter bunny.
I still believe in the Easter Bunny.
Yeah, but not in 1969.
No, I wasn't even an idea of an idea in 1969.
Exactly.
No.
My dad was just 9 years old that year.
Jeez. I was 13.
My parents were probably 10. Yeah, that sounds about right. No,
It's funny.
12. Yeah.
I went to a class to cover for another teacher, and he had gone home early because he was feeling sick, and I had a prep, and I went in his classroom, and he had these newspapers on the wall from 1950, where they had the Sputnik launch, landing on the moon, JFK, Martin Luther King, and all the national headlines during the 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. And I said, and I told the kids, I know about all this. I said, oh yeah, how do you know? I said, well, I lived through it. I heard news reports on it. I know exactly where I was at, like when you guys had 9/11.
Yeah.
I was a year old at 9/11. I said, dang.
Yeah, we were all talking about that the other night, and it's like, man, I know exactly where I was at. Oh, one of my favorite people's here. I know that guy.
You don't know me. You never seen me before in your life.
Well, it's nice to make your acquaintance. How you doing, Ted?
Oh, I just stopped by to wish you a merry, and a happy.
Oh, thank you. Same to you. Are you doing anything interesting?
What, for Christmas?
Yeah.
Just spending it with my kids
Oh, right on. Well, that's
and my grandkids.
Well, when there's little ones around, it's more fun, I think.
Well, I've always said Christmas is for the kids anyway. Yeah. So, I mean, I've said it. Was saying it even back when my kids were growing up. So,
I think I enjoy Christmas more now as having grandkids than even when my kids were growing up. I think I enjoy it better now.
Hey, grandchildren are a blast. The best part about it is you spoil them rotten and send them home.
Yep, I was like, you can give them back.
Not in my house. We spoil them and we keep them for the week.
Well,
they're too small. They're too small to go to school. Yet.
I mean, my kids been known to stay over longer in the weekend. So, I mean, my grandchildren been known to stay over longer in the weekend.
Heck yeah, staying with grandma and grandpa's is fun.
I'm just saying, the option is there, just to load them up on sugar and then send them home.
My dad always did that with his girlfriend's youngest grandson. Let him have Mountain Dew and let her rip tater chip.
Oh, dude.
My kids are always telling my grandchildren, you don't understand, that's not the same man that raised me.
Believe it or not, my kids don't need sugar in order to get all riled up.
Well, with the energy you have, Hector, I do believe it.
That's possibly true. That's possibly true.
Consider the source, I can retire, but no, I'm not gonna. Yeah, no, I won't. Yeah.
So anyway,
I'm bored. I don't want to do it. Go.
Like I said, I just stopped by long enough to wish you a happy holiday season. I hope everything's well.
Yeah, so far so good.
I don't think I've met the gentleman.
Oh, well, Chris.
Name's Chris.
Hector.
Mine's Hector.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Hector.
Pleasure's mine.
I don't know if you've met Monkey King Metals either.
Me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I've heard the voice on your screen before, but it's been a while.
So, very good to meet you too, sir. So,
yeah, same back.
So
So
anyway, I'm gonna get out of here now. I could relate my politically incorrect version of A Night Before Christmas, but
I'll allow it. I've heard it.
I want to hear it.
I've heard it. So
I haven't.
I thought I was gonna have to plug my ears, but I didn't.
so well, I mean, you know, that's the reason why I threw in it's politically incorrect. So
Proceed.
all right then. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, everyone was drunk, including the mouse. I just laid down with my woman when I heard such a clatter, so I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. When I looked out the window, and what did appear? Just this fat bastard fucking reindeer. He started down the chimney and was raising some hell, and in a moment I knew the jolly fucker had fell. He started filling the stockings with rubbers and beer, and a dildo for the neighbor who happened to be queer. And I heard him say as he rode off out of sight, "Fuck you all, it's been one hell of a night."
That's epic. I like that.
See, it wasn't nearly as salacious as he scared me with the disclaimer last time.
Well, I mean, you'd be surprised at how many people get butthurt over it. So, or have gotten butthurt over it over the years. You know, it's a tradition with me. You know, I quote it every Christmas, have for years.
I get in trouble for saying the truth and being politically correct. So I get in trouble. So I know that's not a big deal.
Well, there's some people like you two I know could like talk civilly. There's some people that just say stuff like "you're ignorance," and I'm like, I don't like that when they start. It's like the sideways name calling. I'm like, no.
I've never told anybody they're ignorant. Now, I might have said you're a stupid motherfucker, but I've never said you're ignorant.
No, I did the opposite. I always tell people they're ignorant, not stupid.
So, anyway,
it's all behind the intention.
No, it's the proper use in my case.
Well, yeah, that, you know.
over. Take care of yourself, sweetie.
You too, and have a Merry Christmas.
Y'all
And
the same.
really
We'll see you. Y'all have a good.
Your beard.
No,
Yeah,
don't shave it.
that's coming here coming here on Saturday.
I didn't really think you were gonna do it. Oh my gosh. Okay.
If I hadn't done it by now, I probably won't. So anyway, y'all be good. We'll see you.
It's good seeing you.
Nice meeting you. Chris. Yeah, I get in trouble for saying the truth. So
Hector's like, I can't even win. So damned if you do, damned if you don't.
I know, but it goes. Oh, you want to hear something that's crazy? During first period at the middle school, the vice principal came in the door and says, "I need to come into your class and talk to the students about a subject." And I said, "Oh, okay." And this was the first period. And she came back during lunch and says, "I'm not going to come this period. I thought it would be this period, but it'll be at the end of the day, 7th period." I said, "Oh, okay." So she comes in. I barely take roll call, and she walks in and she goes, "Okay, we have a serious subject to talk about, and we want to make sure that you understand what I'm telling you is this is your warning." I said, "Oh, shoot, what's going on?" Well, what happened was there was an incident on Friday of people, and I'm talking about students, name calling each other and using the N word, the W word, now even the word immigrant is an insulting word.
Wow.
And yeah, and I'm stunned. I'm standing there. I'm going. Okay, 95% of the people in this classroom. I know there's a few students that are indigenous students. They're Mono Indian in the county, and I know those three because they have their long hair and they're wearing some kind of spiritual native bag around their neck, and so I know out of the 30 kids, 3 of them were native.
Right.
And she says, we can't be using these kind of languages. And then she laid out the 4-step punishment guide, where the first one is that you get to see a video on your behavior and the words why you shouldn't be using it, to the last one on the 4th step where they expel you from school.
Mm-hmm.
I said, are you kidding me? You're going to expel kids for using bad language? And she said, yep, because what happened was the words that were used, and she wouldn't say what they were and who the students were, but they got into a fight and they both got arrested in middle school.
That's wild.
Yeah, and I'm going, I mean, where I'm teaching at right now, it's a small rural town, you know? I don't think there's anything more than probably, I don't know, maybe 30,000, which is a small town for us in this area.
Right. It was like small rule.
And I'm going, and I asked the principal, the vice principal afterwards. I said, "How serious is this?" And I said, "Well, let's say this class here had the highest referrals in 1 week using vulgarity and using inappropriate words, and
they're fired up.
yeah, oh yeah, and the reason why she said that she has to stop it because it's coming from the parents."
Yeah. I mean, if they're not gonna take care of it and make it worse, then it's.
And we're the school that I was at, we're a very conservative school.
I could tell from my ears.
I mean, they're even using. Well, she was a white person, and I'm going to use it only to identify her, not because it's a derogatory means. But she says, I don't want to hear the words even cracker or white bread, ghost. I'm going, what? Are you serious?
I don't even think anybody when my age really walked around saying that much to each other. Not really. I mean,
well, I had the opposite.
Our generation, no.
I've had the opposite for me when I was growing up.
But then again, my class was entirely white kids, except for maybe one chick that came in when we were in like the 8th grade or something.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just heard the news report this morning when I got up and had my coffee. The Colorado Supreme Court justices are now being threatened with them being killed because they voted the way they made their decision on their court case in Colorado.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yep.
About having something on the ballot or not, or someone.
Someone not on the ballot, yeah.
Yep.
And I thought, oh my goodness, is it getting that bad? I mean, were the kids? I mean, the adults, I can see that because they try to intimidate, but the kids, they only repeat what they hear, you know, and
yeah, like where else are you learning it from, you know?
Well, yeah.
I mean, there's the whole wide world of the internet, but like you kind of have to be looking for that to even have an idea of what you're thinking of anyway in the first place, you know?
Well, it's just like this guy. I went to the store the other day and I pull up to a parking stall, and on the sidewalk was this guy asking for a petition. So I'm always curious about petitions, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't sign it, and I didn't agree with it, so I walked away. And as I was walking away, I said,
to sign it just because you want to know what it's about.
Yeah, and you know what he told me? You must be a Democrat.
Wow.
You know what I said? I said, well, we're the only ones defending our democracy. He got pissed. I shouldn't have said nothing, but he got pissed.
You can't win for losing.
No, I can't. I just couldn't resist myself.
Well, he started it.
Yeah, I know.
There, I was trying to give you reminiscence of school. He started it. Oh crap!
I'm also going to volunteer as a poll worker too,
sir.
But what I do wrong?
Yeah. Think about what you just said.
I was like, are you sure?
Not that kind of poll worker. You know, election poll. I don't think too many men do poll work.
Baby powder on your
Our
knees.
heads, our heads were in the gutter, Hector. Our heads were in the gutter.
Yeah, that's okay. Usually mine is above it, but I still know about that stuff.
When you said poll worker, I was just like,
You know, it's POLL, not POLE.
yeah.
For the best.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you what, Monkey King, you and I would not qualify as a good worker in that way.
Right? Oh Lord. I might
I
have
can't even
long
get that out of
hair,
my
but-
head now. Oh my goodness. Oh God. Dang.
Hector with a bolo tie on.
I can see it. I can see it. Hey, Hector to be having a cucaracha play.
Oh yeah.
No, I just call Linda and be like, what's a good theme song for Hector? You could leave your hat. He didn't laugh. I must have hit one. Oh, see, this is worse than the private chat the other. Not really. This is par for the course. Oh my gosh. Too funny. What is wrong with us?
I mean, what a topic to have during Christmas.
I'm thinking about sick and tired.
This is tame compared to what my family's used to.
Well, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
Christmas table, we're talking about hair being poop.
Oh my.
You know what? I thought, what is? Never mind. Oh, look at that. Scott has a package in here I need to take to.
Uh-oh. Hoopy ran out of this conversation real quick.
Monkey King, they Zach. How did you don't have to answer the question, or we can talk about it later in private, whatever. How's the job going? I haven't talked to you in a while.
Job's doing okay. I was telling Hoopy yesterday. So Target is they're real big on like breaks and making sure like saying the California about California you by the 5th hour you got to have your lunch,
right?
So
you know why? When I was working for Target, they got fined $200 per incident per day per employee. So if you didn't take your lunch, you didn't take your break and your afternoon break on time, they got charged $600 per employee. Well, you know the size of the store that you're at. Multiply that times the number of employees, in a 14-hour day. They got fined big time in California.
So I'll re-run through this. So the store that I currently work at, I guess, is one of the worst ones where, I guess, safety issues and with like customers and employees and so on and so forth. So the management team has been handpicked by someone far above, just the store manager. To kind of help curve this and try to get it to a better situation. Well, yesterday, I got in yesterday. I asked the lady that is there in the morning when I start. I start in the morning, and I said, so Rosa, I said, where do you want me at? She goes, we're going to unload the truck. Okay. I'm like, all right. So we unload the truck, and as soon as we unload the truck, we go to break, and then so after break, she's like, push toys. I'm like, all right. And they're like, yeah, everybody's going to be over in toys. I was the only one. I was really the only one for 90% of the day pushing toys. So I don't know where everybody was at or what they were doing or, or what, but, the communication is lacking right now.
And they all have walkie-talkies. Don't you guys all carry walkie-talkies now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then why couldn't that be communicated over the air?
Because I try not to. I don't. Yeah, that's too easy. So, I'm just doing. I'm in a zone. I'm just working through the carts and just kind of, getting the stuff put on the shelf. And kind of straighten up when I go to a section and I see that's a mess. Kind of, pick up the things that are peggables that go on pegs. Try to put them back where they were supposed to be. But try to make it look a little cleaner. And so I'm doing my thing, and I look at my little PDA thing that I'm scanning to look at images and all the information. And it's like, I noticed that it was 8:35. I'm like, all right, 10 minutes, and I need to go to my, get ready to go to my lunch, so I don't get dinged. Not 2 minutes later, I get a thing over the radio. Hey, Zach, can you go to register 7? I'm like, yeah, okay. And so I, go to register 7, and I'm thinking that there's, maybe, a customer didn't want a big toy that they want me to just take back. No, they wanted me on the register. I didn't know how to get into the register. I didn't know there was a till, there was money. Didn't know, I wasn't properly trained,
right,
to run the register. And so I did my best, and I apologize to the customers. I'm sorry for time being on the register. Like, you're doing a great job. Keep up the good work. We'll work with you, and so everybody was polite. One of my coworkers, I asked them. I asked this one lady. I said, "How do I take these tags off?" And she got snippy about it and says, "I don't have time to come over there and walk you through this." I'm like, "Well, she's got customers with her leg." I'm like, "I'm brand new on the register. I'm sorry." And I didn't say this in my head. I'm going, "I'm new. I'm being fed to the wolves, literally, and told to, run thinking that I know exactly how you guys do your protocol."
I don't know how to use crimpy pull it off thing without busting ink or something potentially like.
Yeah. So, the customers are like, "Yeah, don't worry. I'm in no rush, and, take time. We'll figure it out." So I think able to take off tags and the spider webs for like video games and things that they, the high dollar items.
I didn't even think about those things.
Yeah.
With the red blinking dot.
Mm-hmm. So,
I've been like, nobody told me.
Finally figured it out. Asked another, cashiers. They had 2 registers open, and I made the 3rd. And this is like 15 minutes before I'm supposed to clock out. Okay. Go to my to not be at the 5th hour, clock out for lunch before the 5th hour. I was almost a half hour after the 5th hour before I actually was able to walk away from the register. So if they end up coming at me telling me that they're going to fire me for working in the 5th hour, I'm going to court. I'm going to get something off of it because I did something that I wasn't trained properly for. 2, I was helping out, And 3, you're gonna punish me for doing something that I did right.
Right. I'd be careful because there's cameras above your till. If you make a mistake in giving out the wrong change, or they're real picky about that place.
No, I agree.
That's what I think was bad about there not being a break room camera.
No, all of them. See, the camera is not just for the employee; it's also for the customer, because we had incidences where a customer will change out the pay kiosk. You know where the credit cards go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they catch a lot of people doing the funny things with the kiosk.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, I watched a thing about a guy that did counterfeit $100 bills, and it was crazy. Because the cameras are like all over the place on that stuff.
Oh yeah, and some you don't even know they're there.
But it showed how good, like in the defense of the employee, how hard they would actually try looking at it. Like they didn't just.
Do they still have walkways in the walls there?
At Walmart,
Zach, behind the walls.
We mean walkway.
Well, the mirror where the mirrors are at.
The little,
they're one-way mirrors.
I know they used to have those.
Not really that many. There's not really one-way mirrors. Even
when Macy's was famous bar, they had those.
When I was
protection doesn't even have a window in their office to the outside.
I was at Target. I was at Target yesterday, and there was 2 cops taking out 2 people in handcuffs.
Well, I haven't seen no cops. I haven't seen no cops in my store yet.
Well, I think with that they definitely do. They build a little bit of a case against you, and if you keep coming in and doing stuff, then they call them while you're in there.
Yeah.
Because like at Walmart, they can't impede your way or stop you. I mean, they could tell you, "Hey, stop," and if you don't, you don't. They can't come out.
So
it's weird.
The whole time, the 45 minutes that I was on register, the 45 minutes I was on the register, I had two transactions where I actually had paper money, and they were $100 bills. Oh yes, I had to, hold it up, do the whole, look at the strip, look for the shadow mark, flip it over.
Like, I got this.
Yeah. I might not have been trained properly on their, stuff and everything, but I understand what I need to look at,
Right, you're like, bills, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Yep.
Yeah. And, when it comes, and most of the transactions were literally on the card reader.
Yeah.
And so most of the time, my biggest flaw is I didn't hit the button for pay right away. On the little monitor. So, or I scanned the wrong thing, the wrong barcode for a gift card or something,
Yeah, it's always at Walmart. It makes me nervous. Like, make sure you hit the right button. Where it's like, do you want to take it or do you want to load it? Like,
You know what I do when I go to Target or Walmart? I can always pick out the asset protection guys or ladies when they start following me. After a while, I notice them. I follow them. They get all nervous.
I was over in Toys. I think it was last week. I was over in Toys, and asset protection was further in the store floor, and I was like, I didn't say anything to him. He kind of walked up to me. He's kind of like, I'm watching, real softly. He's like, I'm watching this one lady, and and I was like, okay, and just let him go do his thing. It's not above my grade and my qualifications. You do you, I'll do me.
Right.
But most of the departments, the two departments that I've been mostly in is either toys or pets.
Man, you got
So.
stuck with toys because, man, you know everybody's moving that stuff all over the place.
Oh, and girl, I was.
You're like, you don't even know.
When I went 20 years ago, when I worked at Walmart here in my town, just literally down the road from where I'm currently working at, all right, I did the two worst departments at the two worst times of the year. Back to school stationery and toys Christmas.
No, great.
Back when I was in stationery, there, I'm having 30 pallets, and I'm probably, I'm able to put out 25. When I got toys, I'm having 60 pallets, and I'm maybe getting 40. If I'm lucky, I can get 45.
Yeah, that would not be fun.
One day, my boss was like, "Hey Zach, you can actually stack the risers, okay?" And I'm like, "Okay." So I had a pallet, just one pallet was just nothing but board games, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna put as many as I can. I've got the risers are like 10 feet in the air, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, about 9 feet in the air. I've got board games stacked 8 feet tall on the risers. And my boss comes over and he goes, "That's not safe." I literally went over to the old display. I just shook it as hard as I could. I'm like, "No, we're good," and didn't move. So what I would do is I would break the box down one of the corners, all right, and I would pull the entire brick of games out of the box and then put it on the shelf. And they're like, and people are like, "Why are you doing that?" I said, "Well, when in the I understand the process of how these manufacturers, do their, package these things before they get put in the box. They're being shrunk wrapped with, the plastic, and as it's coming out, they're getting stacked on top of each other. All right. Well, they're still warm and they're not hot, but they're warm enough that plastic sticks to each other, so they're not moving. So instead of actually breaking those, each one out one at a time, I would just pull the whole brick out,
whole thing,
and put it on the other way.
Yeah.
Yep. And then I would crisscross the pattern so that I could actually, make that tower, stronger. They did that. They told me to do that in paper goods one night. We were getting ready for an audit. Same Walmart. My boss was like, "Hey, can you go over to paper goods? Go ahead and stack it on the riser." I had toilet paper 8 feet tall on that riser. And my boss was like,
"That's
not
that bottom wrapped like that. I mean, that's a smarter way to do it."
Nah, girl, I did the same thing I did in toys. I shook that display. That thing those towers didn't even move a millimeter. And my boss was like, "It's not safe." And I shook it. I said, "No, we're good." Not everybody can do it.
What?
But yeah,
right.
It's not a bad gig. It's just it sucks that I gotta walk. I had a coworker. So I thought I had put my wallet in my backpack protector, and I guess it fell out of my backpack inside the break room where there's no cameras. Conveniently, the only place in the entire store that doesn't have cameras is in the break room. So I go back, and I had gone to the register to go get some snacks, for my walk back to the van. And I noticed that I didn't have a wallet, so I retraced my steps to go back to the break room, and my wallet was sitting on a table next to one of my coworkers. So I grabbed it and I walked out of the room and I come out and I opened my wallet and I noticed my debit card was in the right spot where it was normally at. Now, I know it's me. I know how my wallet's set up. I know where every card is at. I know what position they're in.
Yeah, what way they were facing. You just all
exactly.
Of it.
Yeah. And I get all the way back to the van that day. This week, not 2 days ago. And I get a text message from my bank saying, "Hey, did you approve this charge of nearly $300?" And I go, "No, it locks my card." So now I had to try to call the customer service on the card, say, "Hey, I need you to send me a new card. It locked my card. I need to change the address because I'm no longer in Indiana or Kentucky."
And
that's
then,
where my bank's at.
So are they trying to send you a temporary card or?
No, it's a whole brand new card. So the bank that I'm at, literally their facilities are in Indiana, Kentucky, and Tennessee.
Oh, because you'd have to sign for it too and stuff. So
yeah, I would have to go back east and then come back out here.
Yeah.
So
Scott wanted me to go pick up his stuff the other day for the temporary card, and I was like, "Oh, well, I'll wait till like 3:00 if I don't hear from you, and then I'll go get it." And then he's like, "Well, why would you wait that late?" And I'm like, "Because your phone's still not here, and then I can get that and have it here so you can sign it when you get home after work." And he's like, "No, I'm wanting to like sign it. You like come to work and have me sign it and take it back so I have my card right now." It's like, oh, and then it didn't end up working out anyway because the phone that was supposed to be here like at 2:20, or I'm sorry, 12:20 here after like 3:00 anyway. JD, what's up, my brother? How you doing?
So I talked to HR, talked to my supervisor. I told them what was up. They're like, "Well, we'll see if we can look, look at the cameras and try to do, figure out where, they used it. Like, it was in the break room. It didn't leave the break room. And the person that I believe that used it was sitting in the break room and had a shit-eating grin on his face, And the HR guy, he's a young gay guy, He's like, I said, shit-eating grin. And he's like, "Don't swear in front of me. Don't swear ever." I'm like, okay, a poop-eating grin. Don't swear at me. Like, oh
you
my
can
God. Yeah. No, he's that precious. But dude, if you're that hard up about a 4-letter word, then you have some problem.
That's how my dad like quit your cussing. Like, oh my God, 40-something years old. Like, it's. Hey, JD, can you type in the chat for me again? Because I tried to mark you as a moderator and it didn't show up, but then somebody else's I was doing did. So, if you don't mind.
They Hector left us.
I think he's taking a nappy poo. No, JD.
Yeah, I think he's snoring on it.
I'm going to redo it. I'm going to retry your name on it. Hopefully it does it. So, there. I don't know if he just popped in and out for a second or not. Hector, are you sleeping?
Hello? Yeah. No, I had it muted for a moment.
No, you didn't.
No, I was like, we can hear something.
I muted it and then I turned it back on and then I fell asleep.
Oh.
Well, the house is so warm.
Because I mean, you weren't snoring, but I just kind of heard like Like that is
Hey, before you know, before I used to snore really bad, that the doctor said that my heart would stop like 4 or 5 times every 3 4 minutes.
okay. That's not funny. I won't laugh.
No,
That's not good. That's not
no, but
good,
I'm
bro.
taking medicines for now. Sometimes that medicine gives me a what do you call it? Too relaxed.
Narcolepsy. Narcolepsy.
You know, I don't remember. It's got an L in it though. First letter L. I don't remember my name of my medicines. There's so many of them now.
But nah, yeah, it's just I'm not. It's not a bad gig, you know.
Yeah.
It's just they're trying to structure things.
They're
and get
well. I was
things-
gonna say they're really picky depending on what region you're in. Trying to remember what. See, you're in Southern California, so that means that you're in. Let's see. Are you in the district with Anaheim?
Yes.
No. Yeah, they're more corporate than anything else.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
How's the hours working for you? How's the hours working for you?
Fine. The hours are fine. It's just I was gonna the day that I got the message about my $300 on my bank card was the day that I was gonna get a tire put on so I could drive to work.
Mm.
Now I'm having to walk to work. Good thing.
Now, are they making you work overtime?
They have asked a couple times.
Okay.
I told them no because I was trying. I had other things I had to take care of at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a mess. The supervisor, he comes up and he's like, "Hey, I got a few extra hours I could work with this on check. That if you want to stay a little bit, you can." And he's like, I was like, so I think I had gone to lunch. I'd gone to lunch, come back, and he didn't come back in. I accidentally, I was close to the time of the 5th hour, and so like when I came back, it was like 1:10.
Well, I can tell you right now, if you're on the stocking crew or in receiving team, they'll keep you a lot more than if you work on the floor. If you work on the floor, like a merchandiser or an associate merchandiser, they won't keep many people there. But usually receiving team, I always heard from all the other receiving managers when I worked at Target, they always kept all their people.
Yeah, I'm on the inbound team. I'm on the receiving team. So
yeah, if you can be lead, that's a little more secure.
Yeah, so like I said, they've had issues to try to some of these people that they had in there were 10 some 5+ years associates with the store, and the way that the practices were not to corporate level, or they didn't do what they're supposed to be doing properly.
Mm-hmm.
So they I guess they're I'm not holding my breath to being hired on, but there might be a possibility that I do get hired on. It's just I want I want to be able to drive to work. No, I can't. I don't know.
Yeah.
The earliest I can see my card will be tomorrow. The latest will be like Tuesday or Wednesday.
Well, I hope it works out for you because Turk could be a good steady gig. But if you can get on the Plano team, that's a full-time job right there, year long.
Yeah. So
merchandising.
I had one guy. That comes in and does the floors, asking me if I wanted to work with his crew, and I'm like, it's night. So right now I'm getting paid $18.50 an hour. But at the first of the year, it's dropped to $17.50. I lose $1.
With Target?
Yep.
What is it? What, did you sign up for the seasonal? Well, I'll tell you one thing. If it turns out to be full-time employment and is not, they sometimes hire people at a higher rate to get people in the door. You know, because I guess from what I'm hearing is that people are not going for, like right now down the street, they're opening a In-N-Out, and they had to drop down to 16-year-olds to hire it, and they normally don't hire it In-N-Out 16-year-olds, and but they had to because a lot of adults weren't taking the $18 an hour jobs.
Yeah.
And shift manager is going to be making 21.
With most of the one I would apply, they were hiring here, they did out here, but I didn't want to cut my hair. Hard.
What? They want you to cut your hair?
Every guy that currently works at the In-N-Out here in my town has got short hair.
What is this? 1960 something? Cut your long hair.
Who told you to cut your hair?
I'm not. I would believe that they would have me cut my hair, since every guy that currently works the In-N-Out, they all got short hair.
Well, they're not supposed unless you signed the dress code that said you have to have short hair. It's the only way they can enforce that. If it didn't sign a paper that says that you have to have short hair, you don't have to follow his
like a protocol.
Yeah, that's not right.
Yeah, no, I literally had when I left in California in 2011, I got back to Indiana. I was staying with my dad. I got a job at Wendy's. The manager at Wendy's says that you had to cut your hair to get a job because he was a church goer. Like,
now, yeah, okay. In some places, you can't have long hair if you're in the back being a cook.
Yeah,
I know that. I know that's true.
But if girls see, I've watched girls with long hair beyond the grill, with their hair, as long as their hair was up.
Yeah, in a net, or in a hat.
In a hat. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to do that too. You know what I mean? Got problems with that. You know.
Does my crew used to have really nice Target hats, you know, when they were in the crew. So hey, if you can wear a hat, I figured as much. We did when I was working with them.
There's a couple of like floor, you know, the panel manager, or there's one guy that has long hair. He always has it up in a bun. Once in a while, he'll have it down.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Do you know your store number?
1730.
1730.
They said long hair.
I may have been at that store because I did let's see, I did from Anaheim to, trying to remember how far south I went. I know I did a few audits in a lot of the stores there. No, I did the receiving audit in the back. I did the data entry. I did the data entry. I did all their invoice receivables. I did all of their what else would I do? I did their trailer audits, their seals, lock inventory, a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, and returns also.
I wouldn't mind, you know, moving up in a position, you know. I definitely wouldn't mind doing that. I know We'll if see you how move things up, play out. they offer stock. They offer stock if you move up.
Like Walmart does.
Well,
Well, they
Walmart's
used to.
not as good as giving out as Target is.
Yeah.
As a matter
Just,
of fact, Walmart encourages their employees to go get welfare.
oh my gosh. Do you ever watch John Oliver?
Yes.
Did you see the Dollar General one?
No, I haven't yet.
It was
I
just
heard about it.
a couple weeks ago, maybe 3. No more than 3 weeks ago. It was like, you don't need a union between us and you. Like on their video for like a new hire employees, I was like, oh my god. I mean, they had a copy.
I tell you what, if it wasn't for my union, I've been in 3 unions: retail clerks, postal, and Teamsters.
Mm-hmm.
And I get a pension for all 3 of them. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have had anything. Only Social Security and teachers, and that would have been it.
Yeah, I know Scott's got his Teamster thing going.
Yeah, Teamsters are a crazy bunch of guys.
That's why I told him when they had a union meeting the other night. He was like, "I'm going." And I was like, "Good. I'm glad you're going." But he'd been never.
Who's going? Who went?
Scott went. He went to.
Are you kidding me? Really? Tell him to go for it.
Yeah, last week he went.
Yeah, I encourage a lot of like Target. We were kept out of San Francisco because San Francisco is a big union city,
Mm-hmm.
and they kept us out of California. We had to make some kind of concessions in order to get in there. But it's like the grocery side of things. Like I know Costco, they pay pretty well,
Mm-hmm.
and they have benefits, but it's not all full time either. But they should start like the United Auto Workers up in what was it, Detroit and Michigan, where they're getting like big pay, like something like 35% pay raise in the next 4 years or 3 years or something like that. I forget the exact, but it's pretty good. And getting away from 401 and getting a regular pension.
Yeah, I think pensions are smarter. I mean,
well,
people,
they manipulate. Well, it's like Bethel Steel. They went bankrupt, and they said they couldn't pay for the retirement benefits.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how they get away with it. But at the 401k, you have to put in, and they have to put in, and I think it's 50-50. And if the market goes down, your stock goes down, and so does your.
On the
Yeah, so
401k,
that.
they'll pay up to, like, some places will do 5 or 6%.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, when I signed up as a teacher, I went to max. I took 15% off my pay as soon as I started working for my retirement.
Excuse me. Yeah, I know the last time I talked to Scott about it, like I knew he was doing 6%. Hi, Mrs.
Hello. She didn't hear. I don't think she heard you.
I said hi, Mrs. I haven't said hello to her in years.
Oh, we got a Smart and Final now. I don't know if you guys have that back east. A Smart and Final. It's like a Costco, but only on a smaller scale.
Mm-hmm.
They have bulk items, restaurant size cans of tomatoes and pickles and restaurant like big old foil pans and big old pieces of meat.
Get the mayonnaise.
Yeah, it's more like a small bulk place.
Yeah,
and that's where I get my my piece of meat the other day. We put 19 pounds of a pork shoulder, and
dude, that's like Sam's Club and Costco's. That's a good place.
Yeah, it's on the smaller scale, but they made a bigger store here.
Good if
Mm.
I'd be a me-size store. I'd be like, that's workable. There's a ton of it. It's like get it done with a half ton.
Yeah, well, the reason why I expound on unions because, yeah, there's corruption in that, but what company isn't? What government official hasn't been caught being corrupted in some way? And when I started working for retail clerks, I was
what 18 and 3 months, and I was making $5 an hour starting with health benefits and retirement at 18. And a year later, because there was so many apprentices and not enough journeyman clerks in the store, they bumped me up to a journeyman, which usually takes about a year and a half. I did it within 6 months, and I was making $7 an hour more within a year.
See, like the grocery store I was at, when I went back to school, like they didn't even have any kind of opportunity for those guys to do anything like that. And they weren't union, obviously. But I had a friend that she worked at the same town at another grocery store. She'd started there like right out of high school, I guess, or something. And she's like real big stoner and stuff. So totally chill. Like she's an awesome person. But she just wanted to like do art, So she's like, I do the cakes and stuff. She's like, I just get to chill and do cakes and I'm not sick of it. And they're union. And I started out at this much an hour. And I was like, you found the right place to just, work right in and not have to deal with a bunch of BS. I was like,
yeah, working for the union has its drawbacks because they're always trying to intimidate the employee by saying, "Oh, we're going to close you down because we're not making enough money, so we might close the store down," which is intimidation and fear factor,
Yeah.
So, it's
like Scott's job back when he was on the railroad, that they couldn't do that. There were only 2 bridge crews for the entire country. That's why they.
well.
So it's like they couldn't tell them you aren't going to have a job because it's like nobody. There's like 15 of you that know how to do your job.
See,
like, yeah.
Even when I worked for Target,
the whole U.S.
there was 5 area managers, which divided the whole floor, and each manager would take care of a certain percentage of the store. Let's say 20%. 5 managers and 20% of each section would be the area manager. By the second year, we got down to 2. I had half. Actually, I had more than half. And the other in April, had the other. Well, actually, it was third really, and I was working my head off.
I'm glad you're on your last client of the day.
What does Ellie do?
She said hi, and she's driving to her last client. So that's why.
What does she do?
She's driving to her last client of the day.
Oh, I know, but what kind of work does she do?
She works with kids. She's a teacher.
Oh.
She's in education. Actually,
she's in homeschool. She's homeschool.
No, it's more complicated than that. She's developmental therapy. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, because I got offered a job.
I didn't know the right phrase to use for that.
Working for the university as a teacher mentor. Going to different student teaching sites and giving the evaluation of the teacher, prospective teacher to be an evaluation and observer, give them tips and methods of teaching.
Yeah, actually, she started her own business, so she's got. That's why we never see her anymore, because she's always working, even when she's home.
Is she a certificated teacher, or is she a master teacher?
I want to say I don't think she has her master's yet. I could be wrong, but I think she's about there. Yeah, but she keeps so busy.
Like, one of the students yesterday asked me a question, and I said that has nothing to do with the subject, or that's an appropriate school question. And he said, why am I so old to be teaching still? And I said,
What?
I said, well, that's not an appropriate question, and that's not has nothing to do with the subject we're at hand. It's not part of your work. It has nothing, and it's a personal question, so I don't have to answer that question. No, you're a teacher and you have to answer it. He says, no, I
No,
don't.
you don't. Especially
Then a few minutes late, yeah. And then a few minutes later, he had his face so close to the Chromebook that I said, there's something odd about that. And I looked at his eye, and there was a small, tiny screen next to the big screen. I said, oh, geez, he's on his phone. So I went over there and grabbed his phone. And he said, "Will I get it back?" I said, "Yeah, at the office." "No, that's too late. We're going home after this period." I said, "Well, I'm sorry, but that's the rules."
Yeah,
And,
there's consequences. Oh, consequences?
Yeah. So he said, "No, it's okay. My mom will give him hell." I said, "Really?" So I told the office manager, because they have a policy that on the first time they get caught with the phone, they get it back after school. The second time, the parent has to pick it up. Well, I told the office manager his attitude towards getting his phone back automatically, and that he was insistent and being belligerent. She says, "That's okay. We'll call his mom to come pick it up." So he may not have got it yesterday. And the thing is, he's the neighbor kid down the street from my mom and dad's house.
You think at least he'd be like, "Oh, they know who I am," because you know.
Yeah, well, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, I gotta get going. I got some chores to do before it rains. I gotta clean out the fireplace. I gotta stack some wood. I gotta put up some lights.
Yeah,
So-
it rained last night here.
I didn't.
Well, it rained all day yesterday, and right now it's kind of like drying out. So that's why I need to do it now. Was a little bit dried. It's kind of drained the streets, and we have water puddles in front of the house. And good thing the sweeper was here this morning to pick up all the leaves. I'm sorry.
I said, "You have puddles." Wow.
Yeah. Well, for a few times of the year.
Right. Yeah, I know. I got about ready for some din. All that good
Oh
stuff.
yeah. What is it? It was 5 o'clock over there.
6:10 there. Yeah, 5:10.
That count always makes me laugh. I thought I'll use that. But anyway, I'm glad you guys came up, and it's been fun. And now
I mean, I'm sorry I fell asleep, but lately,
it wasn't for very long. Like we.
well,
we
I'm
just-
glad, but still, I shouldn't have dozed off like that.
Like
Hey,
we-
remember the times when Stern was on and it was you who else was it with us, Stern, and you guys gave me such a razzing time because the few times I fell asleep, I actually snored while you guys were listening to me.
probably Con.
Yeah, that's what it was. Probably Con. Yeah.
I know. I
Okay,
fell asleep
guys.
on the Stern, and he's like, "You look like The Exorcist or something." Your next. I was like, that's why I turn the camera off if I think I'm gonna fall asleep.
Well, you guys have a good one, and I'll try to catch you up before Christmas Eve.
Yeah. If not, Merry Christmas.
All
I'm
right.
sure.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Feliz Navidad, guys. You too in chat. Feliz Navidad.
All right, and everybody in chat.
Bye, everybody.
If I don't see you around, Merry Christmas
right,
to you
bye.
guys too. Ink Man. Oh, bye, Hector. Ink Man, you came in right as we were leaving. I'm sorry, but my tummy's hungry. But you take care
Hey,
too.
everybody.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. We're out. And we're out. I'm going to hit the button.